On January 12, 1904, Henry Ford sets a new land speed record on a frozen lake. Ford worked for Thomas Edison in the 1890s, and they became lifelong friends. But he left Edison in 1899 to start a car company. That company failed in 1901. He then started another car company, but then he left that new company in 1902. Interestingly, the remains of that second company eventually became Cadillac. The third time was the charm for Henry Ford with the Ford Motor Company, which was incorporated in June 1903. Ford soon built two four-wheeled vehicles, both called the Ford 999. Each had a large four-cylinder piston engine, a wooden chassis, with no body and with no hood. Steering was done with a pivoting metal bar, kind of like the handlebar on a bicycle. In those early days of the Ford Motor Company, he was looking for publicity, so the 40-year-old Ford took one of his 999s to the frozen surface of Lake St. Clair near Detroit, and he hit 91.37 miles per hour, racing 1 mile in just 39.4 seconds. I, for one, could never be convinced to go 91 miles per hour in that thing. Ford's land speed record was broken just a month later, but he got the publicity he needed. He used the achievement in ads. This helped catapult him to success with the Model T, which was released less than 5 years later in October 1908. The Model T revolutionized both the auto industry and American society. In 1913, Ford introduced his moving assembly line. This reduced the time for chassis assembly on the Model T from 12 hours to a mere 93 minutes. Suddenly, the car became affordable for everyday Americans. Here are other events that happened today in history. In 1919, the Big Four meet in Paris to begin discussing their plans for a treaty to officially end World War I. In 1932, Hattie Caraway of Arkansas becomes the first woman ever elected to the U.S. Senate. In 1969, Led Zeppelin releases its debut album, which features the 1937 Hindenburg disaster on its cover. In 1999, 17-year-old Britney Spears' first album debuts at number 1, thanks to the success of its first single. In 2001, the shopping district downtown Disney at the Disneyland Resort in California opens to the public. In 2010, an earthquake rocks the Caribbean nation of Haiti, killing 200,000 and leaving 900,000 homeless. In 2017, U.S. President Barack Obama surprises Vice President Joe Biden with the Medal of Freedom. And now, it's time for our Today in History quiz. Legendary country singer Johnny Cash famously performed for inmates at Folsom Prison in which U.S. state? California, Texas, Ohio, or New York? Think you know the answer? Drop your guesses in the comments below. Find out if you're right tomorrow on Today in History.